Hey, what's up, Deanndra?
Hello.
How we doing today?
Good. How are you?
I am doing great. Oh, there she is.
Yeah.
How's things rolling for you?
Good. How are things going for you?
It's hot over here. I'm out in the Midwest. It's Omaha, Nebraska. It's like 95 degrees, so it's sweltering. What about you? What's the weather like down there?
So the weather here is sunny and 65 in
Oh,
California, on the
jealous.
California coast.
Telling me. Where are you from?
I'm from Central California.
Oh, beautiful. Okay, very cool. So today's call is all about you. Just want to get a better indication on who you are, what you're about, and why we're trying to do this online thing. Cool?
Okay, sounds good.
All right, so I'm gonna let you take it away. Give me a rundown of what we currently do.
So currently, well, first of all, I went to school to become a diesel mechanic, and I was a diesel mechanic for a very long time. And then back in September of last year, I got injured and I fractured my L4, L5 vertebrae. Um,
Dang.
so I'm right now currently on disability. I'm a mom of two, which you'll probably hear in the background come in and bug me like for a little bit for whatever they need. And back in 2019, when I got pregnant with my son, I got diagnosed. Well, they said that I had cancer cells on my uterus. And I really dove into fitness because I was like, I really want to improve my health and I want to be healthy and happy. And then what's it called? 3 months ago, I finally got everything taken out. So I'm free and clear of all that, and so that's pretty happy. And then so yeah, since 2019 I have dove into fitness and nutrition and just learned and have been absorbing everything, and I love it and it makes me so happy.
That's awesome. Well, first of all, congratulations for overcoming that.
Well, thank you.
What was that process like? Like, walk me through. They had everything removed. What does that look like? What's the process behind that?
So what's it called? So when I first went in, we thought that I had like an ectopic pregnancy, which is like a pregnancy up in your fallopian tubes instead of in your actual uterus. And it was found out that I actually had a pregnancy in my uterus with my son, but I had cysts on my fallopian tubes
Yeah.
that had cancer cells in them. So we monitor it throughout the whole entire cancering process and throughout the whole entire pregnancy. I had him in March of 2019. So I technically got diagnosed in about 2018.
Yeah.
Um, so what was it called? After I had him, 3 weeks after I had him, we removed my fallopian tubes and we are like, okay, let's see if that helps it and fixes the problem. So then fast forward to about September of last year, about September, October of last year, I went in to see if they did that, and they found cancer cells in my uterus and my cervix. So pretty much they just took my uterus and cervix out. So I still have my ovaries, like for hormone production,
Yeah.
um, but they took out everything else.
Wow.
And
Wow.
that was a whole 8 week recovery of no lifting, no nothing. So I just had to focus on like nutrition and eating and making sure like I wasn't overeating and everything.
For sure. Cool. So you had this crazy, crazy situation that happens with your body. You overcome it. You start getting engulfed into the health and fitness, like wanting to know a bit more about it, how we can optimize our, performance and stuff like that. What led us to like the online platform? Why online coaching now? From being a
Um,
decent mechanic.
well, for online coaching for me, it seems like it's more like universal and like susceptible because like for being a mom of like crazy schedules and schools, like for right now. So currently I'm not with their dad's father. I'm with somebody like another person who's their lovely stepdad. What's it called? And I have to work around my kids' schedule. So what's it called? I found that online nutrition is like working around people and like working around a schedule, and you can create your own schedule. And that's something that I really like. Also, when I posted, because I went through 75 hard,
Okay.
and when I posted about it, a lot of people were asking me, like, hey, like, well, how'd you do it? What did you do? Because from back then, I pretty much got myself down from goodness. I think I was about 198, and right now I'm 147, and that's all on my own.
Wow.
Yeah. So
Man.
I just hired a coach from Beyond Performance to hopefully get into my goal of doing a bikini competition, because that is one of my biggest goals ever. So hopefully we're going to be moving forward into that pretty soon. But online coaching seems to be what I'm leaning towards, and just really helping people. Like, I really want to help people, and I feel like so many people are thinking like nutrition's like this big huge thing that's so scary and like terrifying, but it's not when you like break it down and simplify it.
Yeah.
I've helped my friend who is currently on her weight loss journey, of like helping her and like what kind of things to do and like eat, and like we're kind of like our little support motivation things, and I kind of get her into be like, okay, so like we're gonna be like hitting 100 grams of protein. So I'm like kind of sending her ideas and things like that. And then I just posted another like picture from like my big transformation from like my 198 to 147. And I had a couple people reach out and be like, hey, like, what did you do? I need some help. And I'm like, okay. So like I kind of help them out and be like, okay, so first we just kind of need to like track your food just kind of for a couple of weeks to see where we are, and just kind of monitor your weight to see if we're in a like calorie surplus, calorie deficit, or if we're just kind of like maintaining, and then we can go from there. Because one thing about nutrition is, because at least for me, like, because I have two kids, so in 2014 I went from like 125 pounds, which I like to call my skinny fat, because back then I didn't eat. Like all throughout high school, I thought like to stay skinny, you had to not eat anything. So like that was like living off of chores and like not eating for a couple of days and barely getting in any nutrition. And then for when I got pregnant with my daughter, I went from 125 pounds to 198, like being pregnant with her, because she was a preemie and she wanted to come out and had a whole bunch of pregnancy complications. But like I never understood about the eating factor. And then once I started figuring out the eating factor and everyone saying like you can't outwork a bad diet, and I was like, oh no, that can't be true. That can't be true. So then I was like, okay. And then and then I had her for about 4 years, and then that's when like the whole cancer and gut pregnancy like with my son happened. And then I was like, okay, we're gonna really try this nutrition thing. And so I really dialed in my nutrition on that. And from when I got pregnant from him to when I like got I think I went from 178 to like I think my max weight was like 220 from being pregnant. And then like as soon as I got like delivered him and everything else like that, I was back to that 198.
Gotcha.
Because
Gotcha.
like I didn't gain as much weight in the pregnancy, because I was like, okay, we're gonna dial in our food. I was kind of like playing with things, playing with like protein, playing with like carbs, fats, things like that. And so that really helped. And I just decided to be like, okay, this is not gonna be like the last time. I'm not gonna gain a whole bunch of weight. Like we're gonna be healthy about this. And so I only gained like a little bit of weight this time, and then like that time. And then I went to nutrition, and then that's when everything just kind of fully went in. And then currently at that time I was in CrossFit for a while, so that helped. And then a lot of the people in there, and then we went through this whole eating situation thing of like intuitive eating, and I really liked that. And then I kind of took up that for a while, and then I just got back into macro counting, like goodness, like 4 weeks ago. So like I have macro count like on and off, because like I like to kind of test myself, like, okay, can we like intuitively eat things? Because I've been kind of seeing like the protein amount of like, okay, I kind of understand like how much protein I like is what I need, and like kind of what I want.
Yeah. So it sounds like you are super passionate about the nutrition side of things, right?
Yeah.
Like you've done like a lot of self research on yourself, kind of been like your own little personal guinea pig out there,
Yeah.
trying things out. So I think that's great because you're learning through experience, and that's how you're able to help other individuals. And it's really good to experience that. Like I'm a men's IPE pro, so I competed for long periods of time. So I know
Mhm.
all about the macro counting, but it is nice to go ahead and start just doing intuitive eating where it's less restrictive, right? You're able to enjoy different aspects of life and
Mhm.
creating a balance. So I think that's really important, right? Whether we're going to be building a healthy plate, intuitive eating, or when we want to start dialing in, it sounds like you're getting ready for a show. That's when we are going to start like watching things and tracking things a little bit more efficiently, right? Cool.
Right.
Any certifications or any training experience outside of this?
No certifications and no really training. I mean, I went through this like program thing, like with CrossFit, like we paid some money for it. Like I paid money for it, and it was just like this like step program where like the first step you kind of learn how to like listen to your body. So like the first couple of weeks, like you were like take a bite, put your fork down, drink a sip of water, wait a couple of minutes, take another bite to like make sure like you get that like satiated thing. And so getting you to that point of like, okay, I feel full, but I'm not overly full, but I'm satisfied, and to
Gotcha.
like not that overeating thing, because like when you're super hungry, like you just want to shove food in your mouth, and then all of a sudden you're like, oh my god, I feel so full, and then you just are like, because like your brain takes a while for it to like register.
Sure.
So I really learned a lot out of that, and then I've learned like a lot from like YouTube videos and just like playing with things and just like my own research and just kind of being like, okay, like what exactly is this, and like different things like that.
Gotcha. So again, the nutrition aspect and your own personal experiences have kind of gave you that aha moment where you're like, you know what, this could be something I could really monetize because I
Mhm.
enjoy it. It gives me fulfillment, but I'm helping individuals. The other thing that sounds pretty important to you is the flexibility. With you being a mom, you want to be able to be present for your kiddos, expand that, and then obviously it's going to provide a little bit of financial freedom as well, right?
Yeah.
Um, Outside of that, what else is there anything else that we feel like we're doing this for? Like wanting to travel? What else does that look like?
Just more like what's it called? Just traveling and being there for my kiddos and just having that more flexible schedule because of like the unpredictability. So what's it called? Like, so I had a pandemic baby. So he pretty much, when he went back into public and everything else like that, he got sick all the time. So last year, like I had to take a lot of time off of work because like he was to the point where like he got like RC, like RSV, he got like, was like, he got the flu, he got flu type A, he got flu type B. So like I'd constantly take off time, and just like that flexibility of being like, okay, like I have to stay home with him and just being there for him.
Gotcha. Cool. Now, as far as financial goal, what is it that we're looking to make sure our needs are being met?
Well, I don't really have like a financial, like a financial-ish goal type thing. I mean, like I was kind of making like back then, like when I was a mechanic, I was probably bringing in like 1700 like every 2 weeks. So I kind of want to maybe like, match that or go up above that just so like I have like that, financial freedom. But like I mean, I'm more than willing to go above that. But like that's kind of like where like my baseline type of thing is like right now, I guess, like to kind
Yeah.
of, okay, so like this is kind of what I need to make like if I go like this full time, or like if I do this part time and just have some extra cash to play with, like that's fine too. But like just like in the very beginning.
Yeah. So give you some context behind that. Industry averages for online training is going to be anywhere between 250 a month to 500 per month for services. So it
Okay.
sounds like you're making right around between 6 to 7K,
Hmm.
essentially at your previous job. So say for instance, if you're charging upwards of say on average $400 a month for
Hmm.
services, if you had 15 clients, that would get you that 6K, right?
Yeah.
If we want to go surpass that, we need 20 clients to get you 8K, and then 25 clients will get us that 10K if we're charging that average rate of $400 per month.
Okay.
Now, cool thing is it happens relatively fast. The average student is getting their first client in week one. So 73% of our students get their client in month one. On average, it takes people just 1 week to do so. So we
Okay.
have specific strategies and resources to make sure that we're getting you clients right out the gate. Another cool thing is those individuals that get their first client in month one by the end of month four are averaging over 8K per month. Now, the individuals that don't get their first client month one by the end of month four are averaging over 6,500. So just to be a basic mediocre student, you could
Hmm.
expect to make anywhere between 6,500 to 8K. And it sounds like you're far from mediocre. You've gone through a lot of life experiences. You're really excited about this. It seems like you're really invested, which brings me to my next question. How important or how much of a priority is this for you to start creating this online presence and be there for your family so you have more flexibility?
Pretty important. Like right now, I'm currently like I get like I told you, I was like on disability, so I'm like kind of trying to work with that, and then also just like that's like a main priority because like right now, like I have so many like work restrictions. I can't lift over like a certain amount of weight, like can't lift constantly over like a certain amount of weight, can't like bend, stand, twist all day long, have to sit like every 5 minutes and things like that. So like I mean, like my whole training schedule has like kind of like had to like work around that type of thing and just kind of different things, like not doing much like I guess like bent over rows and like deadlifts and things like that, just more of like engaging your core and making sure like everything is going good on that aspect. But like it's like a pretty big priority for me right now, just because like it seems like this would be easier for me to get into, for like my like restrictions I have going on right now
Yeah.
and just everything, just being able to go to doctor's appointments and going to like dealing with kids and everything.
So it sounds like a smoother transition, something that's going to like really accommodate like what we got going on right now. As you mentioned, a lot of different limitations, but that means it wouldn't limitate at all how many people's lives we can impact and the type of work that we can do, right? And
Right.
again, being there more present for your family. Awesome. You also mentioned that you have a very supportive significant other. Are they aware of your ambitious goals and what you're trying to do as well?
Yes, so he definitely is aware. What's it called? We have conversations about it every night, and he is going to be like my little emotional support person because like going through this whole like macro thing, like there's sometimes I'm like, oh my god, I just want a cookie, but like he'd be like, no, you can't fit it in. Like let's just do it tomorrow, and you just like add for your cookie in tomorrow. Like okay, we can do this. And then he says like once like I start getting into like really dialing in like those last couple of weeks of prep, like then he'll be like, okay, like we're good.
Yeah.
One question.
Okay, go play.
Oh my god.
What?
Can I have a drink?
Yes, go get a drink.
Is he now? Is your significant other? Does he aware of like your goals as far as wanting to become an online coach? What is his thoughts on that?
He's pretty much supportive in anything that I do. He goes like, if this is something I am passionate about, then like go for it. And I like agree with everything that you're doing. Like you just need to like push yourself. Like I know you can do it, and you can, like this is like your passion.
That's awesome. What does he do?
He is a truck driver.
Okay, very cool. Gotcha, gotcha. Now, what do you feel like our biggest challenges to get this thing up and making it an actual reality for you?
I'm just like thinking, like, what's it called? Just because of like being on disability, like my money right now for like paying for classes or paying for like nutrition or like whatever to get this thing going. Like, I don't have a lot of money on that aspect of it to spend, like, to put into it. And also, just like, what's it called? Like, so since I haven't like done this before, just like the first steps of getting into it, like, what exactly go, like, the details that go into it, like, what exactly, like, all like the time and the effort, and then just being able to be like confident in myself to be like, okay, like put it on to somebody else. Because like I know I've helped my friend and I like constantly communicate with her. And like I'm sure that's how like the aspects of it go. But just like being able to be like somebody like fully coming to me like and trusting me, be like, hey, like I need to lose weight or something, or like I want to make my life better.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
100%. So we also offer an optional certification at no additional charge. That's
Okay.
equal parts fitness, equal parts nutrition. That will kind of help provide you more confidence, provide more quality recommendations. We'll go over how to build a healthy plate. Uh, we'll go over foods that reduce inflammation, things of that nature. Second half of it's going to be the program design, the art of coaching, things of that nature. Okay. So the test itself is 77 questions long. Got to get an 80% or better. It's open book. It's not timed, and you can take as much time as you like because it's not timed. And it's open book. So again, once you pass, you'll get an email sent directly to you, and that should provide you a little bit more qualification. Does that sound like something you'd be looking for as well?
Yes.
Awesome. Cool. Now, if this did match up with everything that you need, are you in a spot to where you're willing and able to invest in yourself?
Yeah, like I'm willing to invest in like as much time and process as like it needs, and just like being able to research. Like I mean, like I said before, like I'm a stay-at-home mom, so like I have like a lot of free time during the day. Like so
Yeah.
I have like whatever it needs to be done to like either study or like learn or like whatever's going on that day.
Yep. If you can dictate anywhere between 10 to 20 hours per week, you're in a solid spot. If you can dictate 20 hours or more, you're in a great spot. Okay.
Yeah, like I definitely can dictate like any of that amount of time. Just like from like I mean, it just be spent time like studying instead of hanging out, just sitting outside enjoying sunshine when I can.
Yeah, 100%. Gotcha. Cool. What do you feel like you need from like a business coach or a mentor to be successful? Are we looking for like direct step-by-step guidance? What are we looking for?
Probably more like direct step-by-step guidance of like exactly what it is. Like, okay, like you need to take these steps, this step, and this step, and just kind of like something that just like lays it all out and be like, okay, this is what we need to do to get you to here. And just be like, okay, so like if I enable like I can do like the times and everything, like that's fine. Like for like, okay, you need to study this amount of time. But like, I mean, just like the whole step of step process, be like, okay, so we need to complete this course and then you get your certification, and then like exactly what the next step process is, and then just the whole process of getting like clients and just everything like that part. Like that's the only issue that I really have is like because like I don't have a lot of like friends or like people on my Instagram or social media, because I know like a lot of people do it is get like a lot of following on like social media or something, and then they just started up that way. But like for me, I don't really have that much following or like social media like broad aspects of followers. So I just want to know, like, how do you get clients and just everything like that, like for somebody that's like willing to commit to that.
Gotcha. You're going to be pleasantly surprised. All those issues you just mentioned, we have solutions for each and every one of those. Now, last question. How would you like to see your life different in the next 4 to 6 months than where it's currently at?
I just really want to help people, like just like move forward, like with my current nutrition and fitness goals, just helping people and like helping just reach out there because I feel like majority of the people do have what it takes to like do nutrition and everything like that. If it's broke down and simplified and they have like somebody behind them be like, okay, like we can do this. Like you can eat all of your favorite foods as long as they fit in your macros. Like I said, like if I want a cookie, like I just plan for that little cookie, like one cookie or two cookies, like at the end of the day. And I just pre-track the meals on like my fitness pal and I just put the cookies in and then I work and play with everything like for the rest of the day and be like, okay, like I want this, I want this, I want this, and this. And then I just plan out my dinners and everything like that. And I feel like that's something like a lot of people can do if they just put a little time and effort into it, if they just have like some like guidance and support for that.
Gotcha. So it sounds like in that next 4 to 6 months, you'd like to actually have a solid foundation, a good consistent amount of clientele that we're actually helping. Is that about right?
Yeah.
Cool. I'm going to do a quick recap on everything, and then we're going to dive in so you can grade me from an A to an F on how good of notes I took. We are based out in California. You were previously a diesel mechanic. Right now, we are on disability because of some injuries. You have fought some major personal battles with like possible cancer. We had to have our cervix and our uterus taken out. You're a mother of 2. The main focal point why we're on this call today is we're looking for some flexibility, some financial freedom, but we want to be more present for our family, especially with the lifestyle that we live. Our goal right now is to surpass 6 to 7K initially to make sure we're feeling like we're replacing that previous income, but we'd like to get to 10K or more. Obviously, that's going to give us additional support. The biggest challenge right now is a little bit of some financial issues, but we're also trying to figure out on different ways to get consistent clientele, sales, marketing, and social media, which we'll go over here shortly. What we tried is we've done 75 hard, we've done some posting, people have been reaching out to you, they're very inclined to need your support and assistance. The biggest need is a step-by-step approach, something simple and efficient, but just lays it all out there for you. Next 4 to 6 months, we'd have to have a solid foundation, consistent clientele, financially free, and just be able to do what we want when we want. Is that about right?
Yep.
All right, cool. Next what I'm going to do is I'm going to share my screen. We're going to go over like a high level what we have to offer. Then I'm going to show you exactly how I'm going to get you to 10K and past that. Cool?
Okay.
All right. Let me know when you can see my screen and we'll have a little bit of fun.
Yes, I can see your screen now.
All right. So as you know, with Next Level Coaching Academy, we're actually accredited through the Better Business Bureau. So we got a rating of an A out of a possible A+, which solidifies who we are in the online space. We're also backed by 3 of the largest certification companies in the world, ACE, NASM, and ISSA. Now, on the success ladder, we've got 2 tiers. We've got 10K Accelerator, we've got Mastery Level Coach. 10K Accelerator is going to be ideal for an individual such as yourself who's looking to get certified, wants to create some impact on the online platform, and the information this course can give us from 0 up to 10K per month in as little as 4 months if so desired. Now, Mastery Level will take place when we're hitting 10K on a consistent basis, and our focal point is to eventually get to 100K per month. So kind of remove ourselves from the coaching aspect and become more of a CEO of our own business and learn how to lead other leaders to step away from the day-to-day monotonous activities. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Cool. So for right now, we're really going to work on building our foundations. So our 10K Accelerator program is broken up into 4 phases. The first thing we want to do, get you some clients right out the gate. Then we'll establish a solid business foundation. We'll show you how to generate leads organically to maximize your overall reach. And we'll develop sales and client retention strategies to help you reach, sustain, and surpass 10K per month. Now, on the support side of things, it's going to be second to none. You will be assigned a one-on-one coach. That individual has completed both 10K and mastery levels. They have a 6 or 7 figure business of their own built out the information in this course. You'll have a customized game planning call with that individual to review where you're at, where you want to be in the most efficient way to get there. Every 2 weeks, you'll have one-on-one coaching calls, very similar to this, revisit the game plan, make changes, receive feedback, and then get very specific instructions on what you need to execute for the upcoming weeks. Okay. And then when you're averaging about 2 to 3 Zoom calls per week and you complete all the sales modules, we're going to actually introduce you to a sales coach. This will be someone that can help you maximize your return on investment, help you overcome those objections, and again, lock down those leads. Bi-weekly roster group coaching calls along with 5 times a week of group support calls that accommodate a traditional 9 to 5. So this would go over client objection handling, client delivery, marketing, lead generation, sales, even mindset issues as well. Outside of that, 24/5 tech support. So outside of those game planning calls, you have access to your coach 24 hours a day, 5 days a week. They're contractually obligated to answer each and every one of your questions. And then becoming a fitness entrepreneur is exciting. It's awesome. It's amazing, but it is overwhelming at times. So we've created what we call the Zenpreneur method. We help with weekly mindset calls, breath work, meditation, even journaling sessions, just to always ensure no matter where you're at in business, you're in a good headspace to move forward.
Okay.
Resources, you'll have the course curriculum, you'll have that Zenpreneur method. This is really cool too. We're going to provide done for you programming as well, which will save you hours of time. It has drop down menus. You can change out the workout programs. We'll even give you agency outsourcing options when you're ready to make specific changes or enhancements. And as mentioned earlier, we do offer an optional certification at no additional charge. Any questions on that?
No, I'm good.
All right. Now, this is going to be the secret sauce to get you from 0 to 10K. There's going to be 4 phases. Phase 1, act first. This means we're going to launch our business. We're going to announce to the world who we are and what we're about, but we're going to implement specific strategies to get your first couple clients. Phase 2, we're going to set up all of your back-end administration systems, make sure you're a fully legal company. We're going to identify what problem you solve for individuals. Based upon that, we'll create our offer and pricing. So these first 2 phases will take about a month to month and a half. They're a one-time setup. The remaining of the time will be in phase 3 and phase 4, which we'll be doing on a daily basis. Okay. Are we good?
Yeah. Okay, these are mine. No, go play.
No, I
Go play.
want
Two.
to.
Okay, one moment.
Yeah, you're fine.
Okay.
All right. I got 5 of them, so I know all about it. All right. So phase 3, developing consistency. We're going to show you different ways to maximize your reach through organic marketing. We'll show you how to utilize WhatsApp group for our community lead generation method. We'll also show you how to close down deals more efficiently. Phase 4 is like the fine tuning of everything. We're going to maximize your sales skills, make sure we have consistent client delivery systems, but emphasize the customer support and client retention to keep people happy for longer periods of time and advance them to higher levels of your programming. Any questions on that?
No, what's it called? Just kind of like, I guess like, so when you say like, I guess one, so when you say like organically, does that mean like on my social media and just different things like that, and just be kind of like, okay, so like this is like for whatever people I have?
Correct. So we're going to, first of all, we're going to show you kind of like your niche client or who you'd really be trying to solve. So for instance, to give you an example, I cater to men 35 to 50 that are high level executives. Okay. So for one, think about the type of problems a man 35 to 50 that's a high level executive would have. Usually their habits are pretty off with their nutrition. They don't have a whole lot of time for their family. They don't work out very consistently, right? So the problems that I solve is men are usually powered off of money, power, and sex. So if one of those are missing, there's problems, right? So if that man's not home for their family, there's less intimacy with the wife because she kind of resents him and he's not there for the kiddos, right? So I show men how to still be a beast in the boardroom, but still be that optimal husband and father that their family needs. So I show them different tactics to, optimize their performance in all levels. So I'm kind of talking to their pain points. So
Okay.
for you, you might be talking to a specific type of individual as well. So once we kind of figure out what that type of individual is going to look like and what problems we solve, we're really going to market on that. So we'll show you how to market for Facebook, Instagram, even TikTok. We'll even show you how to maximize your local outreach as well. So again, we're going to show you different tactics throughout this presentation, that don't cost any money at all, because we understand that starting a business, we're trying to basically save you as much money as possible initially.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Cool. Now, there's going to be a total of 33 modules. Each module is going to have an overview link. It'll also be associated with videos. The link in the videos are tutorial style, so they'll go step by step on exactly what you need to execute, okay? So first step to becoming a full-time coach, we talked about strategies. We're going to give you 3 different ones that you can utilize. The cool thing is the resources we provide for you, the majority are already done for you, so we're more efficient with our time there. And then the 10K Accelerator, I want you to view this as onboarding material that'll help you become a better student. It really shows you how to maximize the course to its fullest capabilities. The success roadmap is going to be broken up into 2 phases. What do we need to do to get from 0 to 5K a month? Then what do we need to do to get to 5 to 10 to meet that overall goal that you have? So again, step-by-step procedures there. Now, based upon what you want to make and the lifestyle that you want to live, we want to have daily and evening strategies and routines put in place. Also, when you become a fitness entrepreneur, anxiety, fear of failure, imposter syndrome, those are all natural, normal feelings, but we teach you how to move past that to move forward with your business.
Okay.
We've also identified the top 10 struggles you'll face as a fitness entrepreneur, but we've provided solutions to each and every one of these. Now, administration systems and ChatGPT is where things get interesting. So have you utilized or heard of ChatGPT yet?
No, not yet.
So ChatGPT is kind of like Google on steroids. It's like a high-powered virtual assistant, okay? You can literally type in any command and it'll bring you up answers within seconds, okay? So for instance, we can use this for creating email responses, creating SOPs, content creation ideas, even using it to formulate guidelines for our workouts, okay? Backend systems, we're going to show you how to utilize Wave and Stripe for payments, DocuSign for client agreements, Typeform and Calendly to book calls. We even have applications you can utilize to upload all of your programming, all of your nutrition into one spot. So to give you some context behind this, each module is going to have an overview link. You'll just come over here, you'll click on this, and it'll take you in written tutorial style format. So again, step-by-step process. The cool thing is once you click on all these, it naturally saves to your Google Docs. So you'll always have access to this to look back at it later. And then if you are, like, say, for instance, a visual learner, let's say that you want to set up Wave for payments, you just click on this. So again, it's a cheat code, really simple. As long as you can follow the plans and push play, you're going to be in a good spot. Step-by-step process there. We're going to do the same thing for your financial systems. So we're going to show you how to set up your LLC, get your employment identification number, when to open up a business bank account, how to track what's coming in and out of your business, when to pay quarterly taxes, when to pay yourself. All of your business legalities will be handled through here, okay? Now, the cool thing is if you're to set up your LLC the traditional way, it takes roughly 2 to 3 weeks. We're partnering with an AI company. It takes roughly 2 to 3 minutes. So it's a fraction of the time. So we're more efficient with it. From there, we're going to move into target setting. We're going to create your 3-year vision, your 1-year vision, your 3-month vision. We'll deep dive into your specific goals. And then we're going to identify what problem you solve for individuals. Based upon that, we'll then create our offer and pricing. This is going to be a more do it for you, do it with you, or do it yourself type of program. The more that you do for individuals, the higher the ticket offer, which will be established upon your overall length of term. So we'll help the overall structure of your pricing there.
Okay.
Any questions on that so far?
No. No.
Now, I know you mentioned earlier social media was kind of an issue for you. This is pretty cool. We utilize an AI software where we can literally do 1 hour's worth of work and get 14 different pieces of content created out of that. So we want to maximize our overall, efficiency and reach. So once we have that all set up, we can then spread the content out over podcasts and YouTube as well. We want to maximize your message. We want more people to know who you are and what you're about. So we'll show you how to set up podcasts and YouTube. And then again, we'll show you how to maximize all things Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok related. So it's more than just randomly posting, very specific strategies and resources behind each and every one of these platforms. We take it all the way down to the hashtag use, page aesthetics. We track it through data analytics as well. We'll show you how to do the same thing for TikTok as well.
Okay.
Feeling a little bit more confident now with the social media aspect as we kind of go that step by step?
Yeah, like just kind of just being able to, just do everything and just being able to put myself out there and be like exactly what to say and just everything.
Yeah, 100%. That's what we're going to be doing. We're going to show you exactly what to say, how to utilize it, how to get the most out of it. Content creation made easy. We're going to introduce you to Canva Basic, Canva Pro, Microsoft Designer. Great editing features. They're really cool for page aesthetics. I want you to think of your social media as kind of like a storefront. So like, say, for instance, you and your boyfriend are out shopping, something attracts you to want to go in that store. We want that same feel to be like on your social media. People are, scrolling through, they see Deanndra's page and like, man, what she got going on? I want to click on that page.
Okay.
10K lead generation framework, a few different ways we do this. The first of which is what we call earned media. I want you to think of this as like inbound marketing or people reaching out to you first to want to see what you got going on. A really cool example of this, cross-pollination. Maybe you're partnered with another fitness influencer or coach. Their audience gets to see who you are and vice versa. So that way we have a larger message. We're starting to create more followers and we can start creating more resources for individuals who before didn't know who you were. Free resources, everyone loves, like click here for your first 5-day workout program. People, that way you can get their information, you can follow up with them. But my favorite is a scholarship strategy, incentivizes people to sign up with you right away. It's people in the door. Opposite of this would be conversation and calls. This is like outbound marketing or you reaching out to individuals first. Okay, so we'll show you specific scripts. We'll give you conversation and call examples, but more importantly, We'll show you where to find all these leads on all 3 platforms, how to build and nurture these relationships, have more intimate one-on-one conversations by funneling them through our WhatsApp group. So that way they're already talking to individuals that you already service. So by the time they get on that sales call, it's a much more warm lead. And then from there, we're going to move into referrals. This is probably the easiest way to grow your business. Friends, families, coworkers, ex-clients talking about how amazing you are. We'll show you resources and strategies to incentivize people to bring you more referrals without you actually having to ask for it. Any questions on that so far?
No.
Cool.
I understand all of that.
Awesome. From there, we're going to move into sales overview and fundamentals. If you're going to be an entrepreneur, you got to be good at sales. We're going to teach you how to maximize your sales capabilities to set up 2 types of phone calls. The first is a meet and greet. It's like a 10-minute screening call. You're trying to identify if you really want to work with that individual and if you can actually solve their problems. This will lead us into our closing call. This is when you decided that you want to utilize them as an actual client. So we'll give you specific scripts. We'll give you our entire objection handling web. We'll teach you how to create downsells and discounts. This will be a game changer, creating financing options for people who normally couldn't afford your program, and then how to lock them in once and for all. Now, once we lock them in once and for all, we want to go back and we want to track all this. So we want to track how many calls were booked, how many showed, how many closed, and at what length of term. So we give you our resources to do this efficiently because we want predictable data every single month.
Okay.
From there, we're going to move into objection handling. This is going to be all the excuses you're going to hear from individuals as to why they can't start your program. We give you over 30 different examples. So the more you can familiarize yourself with this, the easier it is to overcome those objections and get them to understand why it's so important to start your program sooner than later.
Okay.
Onboarding process, probably the most overlooked area by most coaches and trainers, is someone's first 30 days in your program. So this will make or break if people want to continue with you. So we want to make sure standards and expectations are created, getting them resources in their hand within that first 24 to 48 hours while we're building out their program, just establishing some trust and building rapport. Client delivery is the fun stuff. It's the week-to-week process and how you deliver services, but we teach you how to do this more efficiently utilizing the newest software. We'll also go over what to do if someone's ghosting you, if they want to quit, if they're not listening, but they're doing all this and they've already paid. How do we handle that? So oftentimes these individuals usually want to feel like they're a part of a larger community. Some of them want more individualized touch points. Some want gifts. Some want to be challenged. So we'll give you resources and strategies to get them to execute on a more consistent basis. So that way you can keep them for longer periods of time.
Okay.
From there, we're going to move into customer support. So this is the not so fun side of things. How do we do the cancellations, refund requests? What if someone's sick, they need to pause services? How do we track it? How do we mitigate it for the upcoming months? And then lastly, client retention. We want to keep people in your program for long periods of time, but advance them to higher levels of our programming. How do we do that and how do we track it? Any questions at all so far? I know I showed you quite a bit.
No, not really. We're good.
Awesome. Quick recap, the program itself is 4 months long. You're going to have your customized game planning call. You're going to have a one-on-one coach the entire 4 months. You have one-on-one coaching calls every 2 weeks. You'll have a private sales coach as well. The Facebook community and CEO trainings, 5 times a week of group support calls, 24/5 tech support, done for you programming and optional certification, and the business course curriculum. Is there anything you feel like we've missed at all?
No. I think
Awesome. Now that you've kind of seen everything, does this feel like it checks all the boxes on what you're looking for?
Yeah, like it definitely says like what exactly like being able to go out on my own and just having all those resources there and just having somebody being like, okay, just being able to have somebody there just to bounce ideas off of. So I'd be like, okay, like I'm stuck. Like I haven't gotten any clients. Like, how do I do this? Like, what do I need to change? Things like that.
Yeah, 100%. Do you feel like there's enough community support for you? So, the one-on-one coach, the sales coach, and those different groups, do you feel like that's enough for you as well?
Yeah.
Awesome. Cool. Are you 100% confident in your own skill set and ability to follow through with the resources that we provide and the additional coaching?
Yes.
Beautiful. Did you get a chance to check out any testimonials at all?
I did. I checked out some of them and I saw their other like little thing like videos and just being able like this is like something that like they didn't think that was possible and then they got started and they were just like, oh my goodness, like it's actually possible. So like that gives me a lot of hope.
Absolutely. So the next one I'm going to do is I'm going to show you some student averages. The reason I'm showing you this is because the majority of programs will show you their top 10 percenters. We like to show you what the basic individual is doing, okay? So I mentioned this first one right out the gate, but 73% of our students sign their client month 1. On average, it takes them just 1 week to do so. So again, the average that you can expect to make is anywhere between 6,500 to 8K, just being average. People are quitting their jobs in 10.6 weeks to go full-time with their online fitness business, which is pretty miraculous. Yeah. And then of the students who hit a 10K month, it only takes them 13 weeks on average. So just over 90 days, you could be hitting 10K a month. We're replacing that diesel mechanic pay before, and now we're 100% financially free. Of the students who stay with us 12 months, they have 97 clients on their roster. Those individuals, the 97 clients, are averaging $366,000 per year, which is phenomenal. Okay. Now, when you're having about 97 clients, you'll probably not just be a one-woman show anymore. The average that a coach can handle usually on their own is anywhere between 30 to 60 clients. We do have people that handle more, but it's going to be based upon, your availability, things of that nature in your organization. Typically, though, when you're at 97 clients, you're usually having at least one assistant coach. You might have a DMer. So we go over like when to make those hires and how to do it. Okay. And right now, our program is getting graded a 4.6 out of 5, which means people are getting massive results for their respectable businesses. Any questions at all on that?
No, I'm good.
Cool. We feeling pretty good about the averages?
Yeah.
Do you feel like you're an average individual?
I think I'm a little bit above average. I mean, like, I'm pretty organized and I'm just really motivated. And I really want to help people.
Let's go. I love it. Cool. All right. So next we're going to talk about, did you get a chance to hear about the 3 times your investment guarantee?
No, I did not. Okay,
so that's a game changer. So a lot of companies have a money back guarantee. We have a 3 times your investment guarantee, or you get 100% refund. Okay. So how that works, just got to attend your game planning call, which is pretty standard. Attend all of your one-on-one coaching calls, which is only 2 per month. 1 group support call each week. Charge at least the bare minimum suggested price of $250 or more per services. Don't spend longer than 2 weeks on the optional certification if that's something that you're going to utilize. Run a scholarship program within the first 90 days, which is only going to bring you clients, and have no late payments. If you do all that, show up and just do the work, we guarantee you 3 times the amount you invest in, or you get 100% refund. So year to date, we've helped nearly 3,000 students. We've only had to return 1.6%. Does that give you even more confidence?
Yes.
Beautiful. Okay, cool. So the next thing we're going to talk about is the investment portion. What's this thing going to cost us? There'll be a paid in full option, which means we just pay the whole thing up front. We save a significant amount of money. Or there'll be a payment plan, which means we put down a down payment. We spread it out over 4 to 6 months. We also have extended payment plans and financing options. So no matter where you're at financially, if this is something that you feel is in 100% alignment with what you want and need, I have something to get you in the door. Cool?
Yeah.
All right. Now, again, I know I unpacked a ton of stuff for you today. Are we feeling like this is in 100% alignment with what you're looking for?
Yeah, it's definitely 100% in alignment. What I'm looking for. It just gives me that like initial base of like being able to like broadcast it. I'm pretty confident in helping people. Like I said, I've helped my friend and currently going to start helping my mom on her weight loss journey. So I just really want to be able to get like people out there and just being able to explain, because I do have a lot of knowledge about the nutrition and all that aspects of it. I just need some help getting like myself out there, like just being able to how to market it, actually how to make an income out of it.
Gotcha. Cool. All right. So the last question I have for you, we've talked a lot. We've seen a lot. Well, actually, I talked a lot. You didn't do much talking. I did all the talking. But out of all the things that you've seen, what were a couple aspects that really stood out for you that made it feel like, yep, this is exactly what I need?
The one-on-one coaching, like the one-on-one coach, like that you have that's available to you 24/7, like especially to like bounce ideas off of and be like, hey, like I need help, like I don't understand like what I'm supposed to be doing, or like something like that, just like that. And then also just a lot of the videos of like you said, like being able to like reach around people's like aspects of like, oh, I can't afford it, or I don't feel like this is like me, like, or something like that. Just being able to work around those different aspects of like the whole like selling the business and selling like the coaching. So that was the really ones that stood out.
I love that. I definitely appreciate your focus and your attention, despite the little ones running around. That's how my household is, like every single day. So just imagine 3 more of those little guys running around. Running around. I had to move my my office downstairs in the basement because it was like going crazy for like the first few months. Like they were all over the place. So I think that's funny. Cool. All right, you ready to talk about this thing? What's it going to cost us?
Yes.
All right, Deanndra, it's only $100,000 in your left kidney.
Oh
no.
Goodness.
No, I'm playing. There's a payment plan of $7,300 and a paid in full option of $6,500. Now, however, with you being through Beyond, what was that coaching service? Beyond Fitness?
Beyond Performance.
Beyond Performance, you are actually getting 10% off. So this payment plan would actually be 6,570, and this paid in full option would be 5,850. So you're saving $800 if you're able to do a paid in full. But out of those two, which do you think would work better, a payment plan or a paid in full option?
Probably a payment plan.
Cool. That's what the majority of individuals will do. Okay. So I'm gonna break out my calculator because my math skills are absolutely atrocious. Not gonna lie to you there. Okay. So usually if there's not any discounts added, the average student will put down around 2,300. Okay. So that would have originally took that 7,300 down to 5,000, and then you divide that by the 3 months remaining after off that. So 5,000 divided by 3, your monthly payments would just be over 1,600 per month, which is equivalent to you needing 3 to 5 clients. Okay. Paid in full option, again, you save $800. Now with you, again, you're getting that discounted rate. So 6,570, we can just put down a down payment, we can spread it out over 4 to 6 months, depending on what's going to be more convenient for you. Okay. Out of that, what do you think would work the best for you?
That's a lot of money, especially being on disability, because like my payment, like my income right now is so low. So like that's something that's really like I'm gonna try to figure out how to actually do, because I mean like technically 1,600 is like one of my paychecks, so like from disability at this point right now. So like, and like even that's like a little right now, kind of like with that. But yeah, I mean like that one would work. Like I just have to try to see like if I could like move some things around and just like being able to afford that for like those.
Yeah, let me ask you this. It sounds like this is exactly what you need. It's just the financial matters. Is that correct?
Yeah.
So if we can get resourceful, put our heads together and figure out something that works well for you and the current situation, is this something you want to move forward with?
Yes.
Cool. So as far as your disability, what do you bring in totality each month?
For disability right now, 12, about 2,400 a month. That's it.
2,400. Okay. Is there anything else that you bring, any like side hustles or anything that you do?
No.
Okay, so 2,400 a month. Okay, cool. So we know that we're working with the payment plan of 6,570. What if we did 6,570 and we put it up over 4 months? So let's just say, I'm just going to put down, I'm going to make up a number. Okay, let's just say you put down 1,500. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
That gives you a leftover of 5,070. We divide that over 5 months remaining.
Mm-hmm.
That would get your payment at just barely over $1,000 a month, which is like you needing 3 to 5 clients, depending on what you're charging. Does that seem more realistic for you?
Yeah.
Is that something you want to commit to?
I could commit to it. What's it called? I just have to like, just move some stuff around and just like being able to like, I guess like save that like I have a little bit of that money, but I still have to wait for like a little bit more to come in, I guess, in the next couple of weeks.
Got you. All right, so let's take a pause, and I want to have a couple other questions. You're cool with that?
Okay.
Cool. Now let me ask you this: what would happen if you didn't move forward at all with any of your coaching? What would happen in the next 6 to 12 months?
If I didn't move forward?
Yeah.
I try to find like part-time job and just continue with like my disability and try to find something that, somebody that would be able to like deal with my restrictions that I have going on right now. And then just being able to just, I guess, get like some part-time job to work with my kid around my kids' school schedule, because I do have to pick them up at like drop them off by like 7 and pick them up by like 2:30.
Do you think that would be difficult to get all those approved? And do you think that give you fulfillment by just picking up a random part-time job?
No, like definitely not. Like right now, like I said, like I've been a diesel mechanic for pretty much goodness, like 5 years now. So like going into something else is totally different to me, especially
For
being
sure.
like, oh, having to get like a gas station job or like something like working at a retail store or something, just to fulfill those like times and being able to be so flexible around those schedules.
Got you. Cool. So let's flip it. Let's say you're hitting that goal. We're hitting 8 to 10K on a consistent basis. You are working from home. You're around the kiddos. You can do whatever you want, whenever you want. There's no physical limitation on what you're able to do on the online space. What would that look like for you and your family?
That would definitely bring like a lot of like financial freedom and just like a lot of like less financial stress of like like the whole money situation of coming in and not being able to like make enough money for things that I am like paying for and affording right now. And then also being able to be home with them like when they actually need me to be home, like if one is sick or like if like one like can't go to school that day, or like somebody needs to be picked up early, or just like, just going traveling on vacations. Because like I said, like my boyfriend right now is a truck driver, but I mean he has a pretty flexible schedule. So like he is like best friends with his boss. So like he normally wants to go on different things, and he races dwarf cars. And so like that would be a lot easier to like work around and be like, okay, like I can go with you to these places, and being like, okay, then not having to work around schools like us, like a work schedule, and be like, hey, like I need time off, no you can't have this, and be like, no I can't go with you this week, or something like that.
Got you. So I got a suggestion that I think would be really good that I actually think I can get you started today.
Okay.
Okay. So let me ask you first, how good's our credit? Good, bad, great, amazing, awesome. What's it look like?
Like probably averagey poor, like averagey right now.
Okay, cool. So we have one company that I know for sure will work. It's called SweetPay. Okay. It's a third-party financing company. What this allows us to do is we take that 6,570, which is the discounted rate, we spread it out over 12 months. Okay. It's only 5% down. So 5% of that, let's see, my math. Hold on. 6,570 times 0.05. That's $328.50 down. Okay. Plus a one-time service activation fee of $59. So to get going on a hypothetical today would be $387.50. Okay. Your next payment wouldn't be due until the end of August. And I believe that would get you closer to right around, I want to say like 530, 540, something like that. Does that seem more realistic for you?
Yeah, that definitely seems a lot more realistic. I mean, like if I could get like approved through them and just being like, okay, yeah. And then I know that a lot of them are just like, because I don't have an actual job, I'm on disability. So like they don't really like approving for people for that, like for loans and payments.
Yeah. So what we're going to do is I'm going to drop the link in the chat. It's completely free to find out if we get approved. Okay. Usually have a pretty decent success rate, but let's figure out what we have to play at our hands. Okay. So I'm going to get this link. We're going to drop it in the chat. It takes roughly about maybe 2 minutes, less than that, to find out if we get approved. Are you cool with that?
Yeah.
Cool. Let's do it. So I'm going to come back in here. I'm going to drop this in our chat. Okay. Where's that? There we go. All right. Go ahead and just click on that. And it's just going to ask you some basic questions. And when it asks for the loan amount, you're going to put in 6,570. And then when it asks for, like, I'd say annual income, you could just do your 2,400 times 12.
You said for the requested amount 6,500.
6,570.
6,570.
Yeah.
Okay. For annual income, just put, I guess, the 2,400.
Yeah, so you do 2,400 times 12, which is going to be right around, you just put in about 30,000. That's going to be actually 28,800 bucks. So just put in right around 29,000. And then when it asks what it's for, just put in like coaching. Might say reason or what is this for?
It didn't say anything.
Okay, no worries. Cool. So you actually did get approved for the installment plans, which is awesome. So you're probably going to get 2 emails. Okay. So I'm going to walk you through this because it's going to be kind of confusing. One, you're going to say congratulations. The other one's going to say you were not approved. So one that says you're not approved, it was like looking for a different type of offer that we weren't even looking for. So just ignore that. Okay.
Okay.
So I'm going to walk you over here. I'm going to show you my screen again so I can show you exactly what this looks like. Okay, let me know when you can see this. Good.
One moment. Okay, there we go.
Cool. So the purchase price is the 6570, which was the 10% off. Down payment is $328.50 plus that one-time service activation fee of $59. That's $387.50 today. Cool. Monthly payment. So your new loan amount would come down to $62401. We spread that out over 12 months. Your monthly payment's about $560, which is again you needing about 2 clients, depending on what you're charging. Does that seem more realistic?
Yeah, that seems a lot more realistic. Is there any way like this can like be saved till I get like paid, because like I have the money on my card? Like I work a lot with like what's it called, like the prepaid card thing, and I just had to pay like the coaching plan and just a whole bunch of other things. So like I'll get paid again on Monday. Would that work?
Yeah, that would work. It's totally fine.
Okay.
Yep, absolutely. All right, so let's go ahead and lock in for Monday. What time works best for you?
Monday, probably about the same time.
Cool. So you're EST, is that right?
Pacific.
Pacific. Oh, that's right. Okay. So you're like 2 p.m. right now, or yeah, 2:50 right now?
Yeah, 2:50.
Okay. So I'm gonna I'll lock you in here.
And I guess that offer will stay until I go.
Oh yeah, that's not going anywhere.
Okay.
Yeah, you're solid there. But I'm just going to put in here Pacific time so I don't forget. So I'm putting 2 p.m. PST. Okay, if you can lock me in, that would be awesome.
Yes.
That'll be July 31st. Now, I'm also going to send you over the presentation as well, just so you can kind of review it. And then I'll send you over another mini course just to make sure that I want you to kind of stay busy. I want you to think of this as you already moved forward with your business. Cool?
Yes.
And then if your boyfriend or anybody has questions, feel free to reach directly out to me. The number that I text you from is my specific number. So if there's anything that you guys need in between time, totally let me know.
Okay.
Outside of that, so Monday we are solid.
Yes.
Any other questions you have for me?
Nope, that is all.
Okay, cool. If you think of anything at all between now and then, I'll probably reach out to you. Today's Monday. I'll probably reach out to you like Wednesday or Thursday to see how you're doing on your mini course.
Okay.
And then from there, we'll just make sure that I'm game planning with you and making sure I'm keeping you on track. Is that cool?
Yep.
All right. Well, you have a phenomenal night. I appreciate your time.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Bye-bye.
Bye.